There are around 429 precolonial Agikuyu items in the British Museum. The collection ranges from pottery, clothing, ornaments, drinking gourds, cowbells, and bags. This fifth video will only go through a sample collection of weapons and tools at the museum. The collector acquired the item in the year 1904. The production date for the sword is said to be from the same year. The collector states that the total length of sword is about 800 millimeters and the weight is around 0.71 kilograms. The sword balances at a point 406 millimeters from the extremity of the handle. The scabbard, when worn, lies between the belt and the body. The scabbard is made of wood, covered with goat skin. The leather cover is invariably dyed a bright red with the bark of a certain root. The Kikuyu name for the sword is rohio. The Kikuyu name for the sword handle, muti wa rohio. The Kikuyu name for the scabbard is njora. The Kikuyu name for the belt is ndoho. The collector acquired the item in the year 1904 with a production date of about 1902. The collector states that the Kikuyu name for the spear is kiandi. The spear is described as follows: the blade, which is called itimu in Kikuyu, is about 343 millimeters in length. The maximum width is 89 millimeters. The weight of the itimu is about 0.38 kg. Is united by a wooden shaft to the iron butt, or spike, the Kikuyu name being mula, also gives balance, and by which it is driven into the ground when not held in the hand. No spear is ever laid on the ground. The length of the spike is about 406 millimeters and the maximum circumference is about 76 millimeters. The weight of the mula is about 0.26 kilograms. This pattern of design is usually carried by elderly men and young men herding flocks in the fields. The fighting spear shown in this image is very heavy due to the size of the spear. It is therefore only carried by the warrior class. The collector acquired the items in the year 1904, with a production date of about 1902. The collector states that the quiver is made of solid leather, with a round bottom sewn in. The length 660 millimeters and the girth is around 184 millimeters. All arrows and hunting harpoons are made with heavily poisoned detachable heads. The shaft is usually made of solid wood or stem of grass depending on the use of the arrow. The object is to prevent the arrowhead being drawn from the wound by the weight of the shaft in the animal's flight. The collector acquired both the chisel and axe in the year 1910. The collector states that this chisel was used in conjunction with a pole around 7 feet long. The size of the chisel is around length 187 millimeters, the maximum width is around 38 millimeters and the weight is 0.36 kilograms. The handle and the chisel are made using the following process. The chisel is set into the butt of the 7 feet long pole, in the line of the pole's longitudinal axis, and a ferrule of green rhinoceros hide shrunk onto it. This forms a very strong joint after the rhinoceros hide is dried. The Kikuyu axe called ithanda. The handle is always made of the shape shown. To form the collar, a piece of rhinoceros hide is cut to about 13 millimeters, more than half the circumference of the axe head, and of the depth desired. The substance of the skin is then split, which its great thickness readily permits. A collar is thus formed, of which the front and the back are each half the substance of the natural skin, whilst the sides, or point where they unite, is the full substance of the hide. This collar is then driven over the axe handle, and so into position. Afterwards the axe blade is driven, through a cleft made in the face of the green hide collar, well home into the wood. The skin is of immense strength, and contracts considerably as it dries. The result is the axe blade is fixed immovably. This tool is strong, light, and exceedingly efficient. Every woman has one. The length of handle is 559 mm and the maximum circumference of a collar is around 241 mm. The combination of these two tools enables the making of mortars and also boxes. The process for making them is described as follows. A section of tree trunk is first made somewhat concave with the axe, it is then reduced to a hollow cylinder for the beehive or a pounding mortar by a succession of stabs with the chisel tool. The collector acquired the item in the year 1910. The collector states that this is an agricultural digging knife called Agikuyu in Kikuyu. It is the only iron implement used in cultivating the soil. The length of the blade ranges from about 349 mm to 375 mm. The weight ranges from 0.4 kg to 0.45 kg. The collector acquired the item in the year 1910. The collector states that this is a life preserver called njaguma in Kikuyu. The club can be hurled with accuracy up to 30 yards and the handle transfixes the object. The njaguma is a very deadly weapon. That is it for this video. Join us for the next video where we will keep exploring more Kikuyu items at the British Museum. Thanks for watching.